Can you guys hear me? Say hello if you can hear me. This is the test. Yay, I'm so glad y'all found me. I will, yes, let's see. Hello everybody, it is Whitney. So glad to see you guys here on the very first week of Journal U52. Please let me know if there's any kind of technical issues or anything like that. This is silly, but we are going to do a yearly spread today. So if you've been following along, this is the very first week, and basically for Journal U52 there is hopefully a URL in the caption underneath. We are going to have a different topic every single month. So this is going to be a different keyword. This week or this month's keyword is start. And then every week within the month we'll have a prompt. So every Friday in the newsletter I'm going to give you guys the prompt, and you guys can work on that during the week. And if you get yours submitted on Thursday evening before the next Friday, then you're entered into a giveaway. There's a certain hashtag you're going to use every single week. And all the info is on the Journal U52 page. So I'm so glad you guys are here. I know some of you saw me in Kickstart on day 5. This is all I have here for my yearly spread. And I will give you instructions on how to do that if you missed it in Kickstart. And we're going to fill it up and it's going to look pretty cool. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. And there is a free printable of this in the info, and I don't know why that turned black, but it's okay. And it actually shows you the steps that I'm about to show you too here. So let me see these comments. This is all new to me too, guys. So all right, so you can see me now. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the bottom. I think it is just a little bit lagged here, but that's okay. If anybody was in the other URL that I shared, could you just direct them to this one? Because the URL isn't the same for me as it is for you, because I'm on the back end. So if you can just direct them there. I did put a little caption in the event that I had created, and I'd share that URL everywhere, and then I realized I couldn't use this software that I switched cameras and all that stuff. So that's why I had to come over here, and hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. But it is the first week, and I will get the kinks worked out and everything, so I'm excited for all of this. So anyways, I'm going to switch over. I can see your comments, but there's like it's very little. So anyways, I'm going to switch over to the desk view so you'll actually see from above. I am going to use my door hanger and the journal companion, but this is absolutely not necessary. But if you have it, it does make it just a little bit quicker to do those lines. So you can see. All right, you can see, let me put a light on, you can see everything here, my desk. And this is a font called Babalu. It says it actually on this printable, and this link to this is in the info. And I'll email it out to you guys in the morning. And we're just gonna start off with a pencil. So this is a yearly spread. You can really use it however you'd like. You can, let me see. You can like add little birthdays around each section. I know it's kind of smaller over here, but you can kind of get creative with it. You could use birthdays or just write important dates, anniversaries, any kind of thing like that, or holidays, whatever you want to do. I think I'm just going to put my more important dates and kind of see how it turns out. But right now, this is all I'm going to do. And then afterwards, we are going to flip through the journal that I just finished. So this was my 2018 journal. I just finished. There's a few extra little blank pages in the back, not too many this time. But I'm going to go ahead and flip through, and if you have any questions, let me know. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you want to, you can look at this for reference, but I'm just going to guide you through everything that's on here. So you don't have to. I will go over it with you. So the very first thing I want you to do is find the center point of your header. So I put it up here in the top left. So that's how I'm going to do it but it could easily go across the middle or put it on the right. But I'm going to find the center, and that's something I like to use the door hanger for. Slip it right under the page, and you can find the center. So it's about right here, that longest line. And then this is about the center here. So as long as you just have a little point in the middle, then you are fine. That is where the lines that go around are going to come to all this point, so it makes it kind of even. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually put a box around this once I have my pen. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get done with all the line stuff first. So mine cut off. I just realized that. But I'm just going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm splitting my page into 4 equal sections. So that is the C on here. So 1, I'm just putting little marks where these lines are going to come. So right in the middle. And if you don't have a door hanger, that's completely fine. We're just putting 5 equally spaced marks down the middle. So you could put the 2 at the very top and the very bottom, 1 in the middle, and then 2 in between those. So that's really all we're doing here. You don't need the door hanger, but if you have it, that's awesome. And then the next thing, we are going to put one right in the middle here, and then one right on the edge. I'm actually just going to put it right in the center there. Hi you guys, I can see you, and I see a lot of names that I recognize from the Facebook group, so welcome, welcome. I was hoping that would go away because my chat box is like a centimeter tall, so I can't see everything. Ooh, here we go. I got it to pop out. Ooh, now I can see you guys, so please let me know where you're from. Let me know if you have been to a live draw before. I can actually see your comments now, so we're all good. So the next thing we're going to do is split this left page into 3 equal parts. So I'm actually using the I reference row. So I'm just putting little lines, and then you're going to put one at the very end too. So this is my brand new Scribbles That Matter journal. This is the pink one. I looked and they don't have this one in stock right now. I think January is like the crazy busy season. So yeah, a lot of those journals are sold out on Amazon, but you can get another color. I'm interested to see what you guys are using this year though, because I've thought so many times about moving to a different planner, but I'm really not sure if I want to yet. So the next one is just 2 dots over on this left margin. So I kind of guesstimated this. I wanted to have enough room, so I just kind of pulled it down a little bit below. And then this one's about halfway. I did say A here. You can put it halfway. I'm going to put it down just a little bit. So since there is 12 lines, or there should be 12 dots. Since there's 12 months, there should be 12 dots around your page. So I'm going to make sure real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There'll be 5 on this side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so you'll have 3 along here. This will just be split in half, and you'll have 1 on each side, and then 2 over here. So as long as there's 12 dots around the page, you're good. All right, so can y'all see the info down below this video? I'm just curious. This is literally all new to me, so I need your help here to get ready for the next future live draws. Okay, so I am really done with well, no, I'm not done with my pencil work yet. The next thing you want to do is connect these dots that we just did to that middle dot. So I'm going to come just around and do it super lightly, very, very lightly with your pencil. Okay, thank you, Quilting Mama. Give me your first name. I think I do recognize that as an email address or something, but some of the faces I don't know. Some of the URLs anyway, YouTube names. So it barely reaches. I mean, you don't even need a ruler for this or a door hanger or whatever, but I just like to use it. It's a good length for this kind of thing. So I'm just connecting all those dots to that middle dot, super easy. Oh, Marco, okay, yes, I know. Yay, Wendy, that makes me so happy. Literally doing all the live draws, I sent out 29 different notebooks, and that's insane to me and awesome. I didn't make 30. I'm now like, I have to make 30, so I'll do that at some point. But this is actually my personal one that I'm using for the year. So this Journal U52 will be, hopefully have different sponsors every week. I do have some cool ones coming up, but this one is going to be a 10-pack of, or actually just a set of your choice of the Tombow markers. And then a Fudenosuke pen. You guys know I love those. Where are they? And a set of door hangers. So that's the winner. This time we'll get that. I know most of you already do have a journal, even though it's cool sending them out and ordering them all every week. But we're changing it up a little bit here in the new year. But I'm excited about it because I have a plan for the whole year and it should be a lot of fun. All right, so now we're done with the pencil. We can grab a pen now. You guys know I use my Sharpie pen and love it. I do have links for what I'm using in the info if you want, and I'll update those if I happen to use anything else. I'm going to put a box around this just so the lines don't look too obscure. So whatever your title might be, you can do a box if you want to, or a circle. But I'm just doing a box. Yay! Are you using a disc-bound notebook, Rachel? Because those are like all the rage, and I almost switched, and then I still might use one for work or something, but for my personal one, I'm keeping this. The book I love, but the disc-bound is seriously moving on up there because I got one, and it's very, very cool, but I just haven't made any layouts. Obviously, I hadn't even made any in this one, so I was waiting for today to do all this, and then it's going to be kind of broken in, so we should be good. All right, so now we want to add our months around. So I'm starting, you can really do it clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm starting just so it goes in an order. Doing it counterclockwise, starting with January here and going all the way over to December up here. So just make them as long as you want. Keep as random as you want, and since it's still just the pencil there, you can change it up after you get them looking. If you want to do it in pencil, I'm going to go ahead and use my pen and kind of just follow along with this. So I am going to, let me see if I have a stencil or something. You could even, if you have stickers or stamps or something, you could definitely do that type of thing if you want. Which maybe that's what I should do. Wendy, you can do it. Just posting on Instagram I'm talking about. Let me see, I think I'm going to use a stencil actually. And seriously, this is where I keep all of my stencils. I got this little guy from, yay, Pensacola represent. Christine, good to see you. I'm going to use, I just want like squares. And I have so many here. I just want squares so I can just kind of be consistent. So let's see. But really you could use any shape, like you could use circles, which actually maybe I'll use circles. Okay, since I have the circle, beautiful circle template, I'm going to use this. So let me see. I'm going to want it big enough so I can write the months in there. So I'm going to pick one size and stick to it. I think I'll go with this 5. No, I'll do like a little bit smaller. 17/32 sound great, right? I'm going to start with that and start drawing circles. And I don't want to fill in yet. I want to do that at the end. So I'm just going randomly around. Just as long as it's kind of centered on that line, then you're good. And this can be used for, like I said, like birthdays, or you can do it for just any kind of important dates or vacation or travel or anything. It might be kind of cool to see. This is going to be April. May will be my brother's 18th birthday, which is insane to me, in graduating high school. Big, big year for us. It'll be fun. So that's June. And then, of course, I'll come in and letter these guys. Maybe if I can letter that small, we'll see. Okay, I have to make sure I'm on the right track here. So this is October. I'm pulling these out just a little farther to make room. And then December. All right, so now we have all our dots. We can always, I mean, if you wanted to do those squares, definitely could. And that's where like the dots here come in. You can use the dots as guidelines and make them the same exact height and width if you want to. So and so now we're going to come back in with your ruler and go over those lines. So that's, now we have a guideline. We don't have to really worry about this since there is, we're just going to draw over the pencil lines. And so this year, I'm gonna try my best to go live every single week. There are gonna be some traveling weeks and stuff like that, but not in the next 2 or 3 months or so. So I'd love it if you guys came and joined every week. It's gonna be the same time, and YouTube is gonna be the place unless anything crazy happens. I think I'm gonna stick here for the year. I might have some pop-up live sessions in the groups, Facebook groups, but we'll see when that time comes. And on Instagram, of course, I'm always randomly showing up live on Instagram. And I so wish I could play music or something, but I know the copywriting is crazy. I know the very, very first live draw I ever did, this was August of 2017. I remember playing music in the background, and then I tried to post it on YouTube, and they were like, nope, can't do that. So, and I don't have my snoring dog in here. I just have the little old doodle that's sitting on the couch behind me, so. But right, Karen, isn't this cool? Like, it's just like I didn't know what it would look like when I got finished. So ta-da, I got done and it looks okay. The next thing I want to do is add some, let's see, the dates to actually label these guys. So I am going to use a hard tip Funosuke pen. So this is from Tombow. It is, you can tell it's the hard tip by that H there. The soft tip has a WS-BS there instead of the H. So, and also the tips are just a little bit firmer. So it's a very thin tip, and these are perfect for beginning letterers. Super, like my favorite pens, pretty much. So. But yay, Jessica, that makes me so happy that this is doing better than Facebook, because I I was kind of worried just because I've never done it before, but. So I really want a letter, but now the dots or the circles are a little small, so I think I'm just gonna write them in. So let's just do the best I can to, this might take a little while, but that's okay. And the whole trick to lettering, seriously, once you get one of these pens, practice by just doing your strokes up and down. So when you do a downstroke, make sure you push a little bit harder. And then when you do the side and the up strokes, just don't push down as hard and keep your pen angled the same way the whole time. So these brush tip pens, they kind of move with your hand. And once you get enough practice, you can make some cool stuff. And I was thinking about somehow maybe if you're here and leave a comment, I was thinking of doing giveaway stuff like that, because I know in the past ones that we did do different ways to enter the giveaway, kind of up your chances. Right now it's just post your picture on Instagram, but I know some of you guys don't have Instagram, so I do want to give you guys chances too. But I gotta figure out like the best way. I don't know if I can go back to these comments and do what I used to do, kind of group them and draw them like that. But this is a whole new world and a whole new project, and I'm actually been super excited to get it started. So thank you guys for being here. This is fun already. And another tip for when you're lettering is just start out super, super slow. So I did, because these were suggested everywhere, which these are great pens, but they are a little bit harder to control just because the tips are a lot larger. And so when you're writing it's harder to start with something like this rather than something like this. This is smaller and a lot easier to manage. And if you're start out writing smaller, it might help out a little bit. All right, ta-da! So this is going to be my birthday spread for my journal. You can make it however you want. I'm gonna go ahead and show you kind of the birthdays, how I'm gonna add them, just so you're like, so now you have the months, what else are you gonna do? So this is what I'm gonna do, and know that my grandmother's birthday is in January, so let me open my calendar and see. All right, so her birthday's on the 8th. Let me see what other birthdays I have in January. I cleared all this stuff out, so I probably don't have many to add. My friend Mallory's is on the 9th. My dog's is on the 12th, so you can see on my digital calendar. So I got the 9th. I'm just gonna make a note of this. And it's kind of easier if you actually know kind of what you're working with. So my grandmother. And then, thank you, Jill. It's good to see you. Good to see some familiar names. 9th is going to be my friend Mallory. And I know Moni, M-O-N-I, is a strange name for a grandmother, but that's what we grew up calling her. As far as we know, what we learned was Moni is Korean for grandmother. And my first cousin was adopted from Korea, so we call her that and have called her that ever since. So instead of Grandma or Mimi or anything like that. We call her Moni. It's very different, but she's very loved. 12th is my dog's birthday. Of course, I got to keep up with him. He's turning 12, I think, this year, which is crazy. All right, besides appointments and stuff, these are the 3, and luckily I don't have much room for January, so I'm going to add these 3 around it. And something actually kind of cool that I want to do is do smaller circles. So I just thought about this. 19th, happy early birthday, Jill. Mine's not till September, so that's okay. I will wait as long as I can. I'm just going to put 3 little kind of like orb things around these. So this will be kind of a neat way to keep up with it. And then put lines. So I'm doing all these the same size, another weird size. 13/64 of an inch, I guess that's what that is. Yeah. Anyways, I'll remember that one. And so now I'll put little lines coming out of January. And then, yay, 8th of September, I'm on the 2nd, so I always get, and you probably sometimes, Victoria, get, well, I don't know, where are you from? We have Labor Day here on the first Monday in September, so sometimes most of the time my birthday's around Labor Day weekend. So I want to put my grandmother's, I'm just going to put the number in the middle there, my friends, and my dogs. So you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see very well, but there's the 3, and then I'll just put their names out right beside it, so. All right. Oh, that would be so cool. Betty Boop. That would be cool if I had all your birthdays on the one spread. That would be cool. So anyways, you can kind of see what I do. You can kind of get an idea of how it will look when it's done. I am going to go through and finish this. And so next time I'll show you once it's all finished. And I did promise you guys it's been an hour. 30 minutes, so that's perfect. So let's do a flip through if you guys have any questions about this. I will go through these comments and make sure that I didn't miss anything, because sometimes they go kind of fast, so I don't see everything. But I would like to answer any of your questions if you have any, and let me know for sure. All right, Betty Boop. That's what I thought, just like the cartoon. So did anybody try and get this printable? If you tried to print it out, let me know. I don't know really why that turned black. I might have to figure that out for next time. But it does also give you a little guide about Journal U52 and tell you all about what's going to happen this whole year. I'm so glad you guys are here in September, because it's the very first. I'm sorry, September, in January, because it's the very first. And I know everybody's super excited about journaling and planning this time of year, and hopefully you guys will stick around until the end of the year, just because I know right now the hype is real with the bullet journal world. So welcome to you guys for show. So next I'm going to go over, let's see, this journal. Oh, and I also wanted to show you guys, these are some cool stickers that I got from Wish. So I don't have a link or anything, but I wanted to order some things from Wish. It's an app on your phone. Let me show you. And it's shipped from like China or something like that, like shipped from way overseas, so it does take a long time to get here. But there are some really cool things for journaling, like there's washi and there's stickers and there's all kind of fun, like unique different things. And there's a map on my wall that I just got, and I got it for like $15 instead of like $40 or something from Amazon. And I was surprised the quality. It was a great quality. And it's hanging on my wall now, and that's where I plan to put different maps of you guys who have bought door hangers and courses and all that stuff. Y'all will be pins on my map behind me, so I'm excited about it. I will zoom in just a little bit for this. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you that because I order a bunch of stickers. So if you get physical mail from me, like the door hangers and stuff, they are some cute, really super cute stickers that I ordered from Wish. They were like super cheap. But they're very good quality stickers. They just take a long time to get there. So, next, this is my last journal. So I finally learned how to use my silhouette. I got it back in December of last year for Christmas and literally didn't start using it until November, and I feel bad just because I never sat down and took the time to learn it, but this is actually something I drew and then printed it out with the silhouette and made it a cover, so it's kind of cool. So I started this one in April 2018. I did share a quick video of this on Instagram. But if you have any questions, let me know. I know it is a little behind, I think. But let's see. I'm just going to go through, and I swear a lot of this is unfinished. So check it out. Even the very first spread is unfinished. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that it's okay. You're not the only one that doesn't finish your weekly spreads or monthly spreads. A few of them in here are just completely blank, and I kind of feel bad for it, but it's okay. Life goes on. See here, I already am leaving blank pages. So I just want to make sure that you know that it's okay. So, and Betty, the printable, look in the caption of this video and you can see the links. There's one that says, I think it's the very first link, is bit.ly. Let's see. I'll copy paste it for you guys in the comments. All right, so this was a weekly spread, so I do have a lot that are filled out, and I always come back and do the colors later. Like, I don't do those every single night. Like, I'll fill up these kind of meter things. This was for mood and energy on each week, and then I come back and fill in the colors. So this was a conference I went to, my very first like creative conference in Columbus, Georgia. It was very fun. That's a spread I did during that. I actually took a lettering course there, my very first one, and she taught us how to do some cool stuff. And everybody gave out stickers, so I decided to put them somewhere so they weren't just sitting in a drawer. All right, so these are all just weekly spreads. All these spreads are available in my VIP vault, which is, I'm not going to talk too much about that yet. Oh, and funny, this is when I opened the VIP vault, was April of this year, so that's kind of cool. But the site is getting a major revamp, and everything's going to be a lot easier to navigate, and the VIP vault and everything will be a lot more organized, and you can get everything in there in the shop and everything. So I'm excited about that, but it'll be a few weeks and I'll announce that to you. So right now it's kind of a mess, but it will be awesome once it's redone. So this is a monthly spread for May. Still very simple stuff. So this is weekly spreads. This was another done one. These are some little trackers and the key again, and then this is a little sleep tracker down here. Yes, Rachel, I thought about that, about emailing it out before. I'll probably start doing it in the morning. That is a great idea. So thank you. And then Rachel, the Wish shippings, it took like probably 2 weeks or something to get everything. So it was almost like a surprise when I opened everything. In fact, I ordered some things the beginning of December and forgot about them. And once it was Christmas, I was like, I mean, I had them and I was like, I'll just wait and open them on Christmas because it's been so long, I forgot what I ordered. So anyways, this was a hangout festival. This happens in Gulf Shores where I'm from, and so I drew the whole layout, so I'm all about it. It's so much fun. And so this was like super like Zen doodly kind of fun things, but the whole layout, and then the pink highlighted guys are the ones we actually saw when we were there. So there's another one. This is a 3-day festival, so there's 3 different spreads with all of them. Another weekly spread. This one had little reflections on each box. This is June monthly spread. Again, it's unfinished. This was a ticket I need to put in there from this week, I think. Yeah. So this is another weekly spread. And I would tell you the names of all these, but some of them I can't remember. This is another weekly spread. It's like a snake. So another one with mood and energy trackers. Those are always just fun to like look back on. I put a quick key down here when I was filling it out. Weekly spreads. This was the pencils weekly spread. Another unfinished challenge. This was actually the very first doodle challenge I did, but unfinished. You guys know that I'm obsessed with doing this every once in a while, so I should do it every week, but there's a few scattered throughout here with all of when I have my brain dumps. So these were songs that I liked during the year. These were some header ideas. I think I might have done this in a live draw. No, I did it in the actual journal. I did this before a live draw, but to get some ideas. This was some research I was doing for hashtags and everything. This is the kind of stuff that you can see in Journal U. More hashtags for everything. This was a quick little monthly spread for July, and I just highlighted some important dates. Also put goals and favorites for each week. And this is, I started putting 2 weeks per spread since I wasn't spending as much time. I just started putting 2 weeks on each spread. These are some books that I read during 2018. Super recommend if you are into nonfiction, kind of get more productive books. Super recommend this one, James Clear's Atomic Habits. I also recommend, I mean, they were all very good. Any of these by Angela Duckworth were very good. Mindset, Grit, Push by Shalene Johnson. She's awesome. I love anything she does. So that was a really good one, even though it wasn't from this year. I think it's an older book. So there's some fun dividers. So this is like the kind of stuff I'm going to be using my journal for a lot more this year, is doing kind of pages like this, just like ideas and doing those brain dumps. I'm not necessarily going to do a weekly spread every single week just because my time is a lot more limited. Maybe if I didn't have a full-time job, I could do that, but I still do have the full-time job, so gotta do what I can. So this is my ideal day. I do recommend you do this if you ever think about it. If you haven't already, make your ideal day and see actually how you would want to spend your time if you had the option. Another every single thing in a very quick weekly spread. Monthly spread. This is a Friday features when I would do that on my Instagram. All the ones that I feature, there's a few more this year, but I've been slacking on that. But on Journal U, by the way, I will be featuring some of your submissions on the Journal U Instagram account. Also on the Life by Whitney stories. Definitely check those out. Super quick ones. This was when we had a brunch with some friends. We kind of laid out like everything we made. And I think I did this like beforehand because those were the things that we had to prep right before they got there. So, another blank one. This was just fun, like lettering with some lyrics. So you can kind of see. There's another one, done is better than perfect. It's a good mindset to be in. Sometimes I like to find different pins on Pinterest and kind of write beneficial, those infographics and stuff like that. So this is a good one actually, from A Pear and a Spare, and it's daily things. 9,000 steps, 8 hours of sleep, 7 glasses of water, 6 minutes of meditation, 5 servings of fruit and vegetables, 4 breaks for stretching and mental breaks, 3 meals and 3 healthy snacks, 2 hours no phone before bed, and 1 session of exercise, which is fabulous. I wish I could follow all those things every day, but doesn't necessarily happen. So Netflix shows, TV shows. This is, in the past, I need to update this, actually make a new one in my new journal. Right now I've been watching Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. Has anybody else watched that? She's so awesome. So this is like literally just writing down my thoughts quickly. Random thought processes. This is when I was planning all the journal use stuff. And 10 days of giveaways. This was back in September. I can't believe that. So this was back before I did the very first Kickstart, which Kickstart 2 will be available as a separate product in my shop. It just, I need to edit the videos down and get that all automated. But for those of you that participated with me, if you wanted to see it, it will be back, but just not yet. Yes, Organization Pixie, I love it. It's hilarious. This is the, I need to fill it out, but what I ended up doing, I do have a tutorial on how to draw this type of football spread in your journal. I did it for Panthers and for Auburn, and then I ended up making a code for whether they won or lost, and I was coloring them in here. So Julie, there is not a link to a giveaway. It is when you submit your photo on Instagram, I will draw the winner and I announce it in Friday's newsletter who won. So you have all week to submit, and you can, and I'm definitely gonna announce them on Fridays, and then whoever wins gets Tombow pack of their choice and door hangers. And this is all just like, oh my gosh, random stuff. Another every single thing brain dump. This was when I went on a trip to New Orleans. This was when I was doing some research for course stuff. This was actually Journal U52 when I was like brainstorming all of that. So I was like thinking of all the topics that we could do. So thank you, Karen. I like the football spreads too. I need to do one for next year. These were like, I was thinking about making maybe some stamps or stickers or something, so I was just kind of practicing there. This was from one of the lab draws. I wonder if any of you guys are here. I was testing out some pens and drew all your names. So what else? This was a currently page that I was just, again, I was so bad with keeping up with every single page, every weekly page, so I kind of just went through and did a review this month. This was one I spent a lot of time on. These are all my apps on my home screen, and I bet they look about the same now. Yeah, I don't think I've changed any of them at all, just because these are switched, but anyways. And then some app tips. I'm all about productivity with your phone and not getting overwhelmed with notifications and all that kind of good stuff. So I also have Shakeology ideas. This was when I was doing some of the Beachbody stuff, which I'm about to start again. Actually, tomorrow we're starting a new thing. This is November's monthly spread, November favorites, and then I was really simplistic with November here too. Goals pages for this coming year. That was Journal U topics. And then when I did whiteboard stuff, see, this is kind of how I'm just planning all over the place now. I got a giant whiteboard in my office now, and I keep up with a lot of things. I was going to do a blog post on it, so that's what that is. This is December. I don't know, what words do you guys see in this? I know I posted this on Instagram and everybody, but what's the first word you see? Go ahead and type it, because that is what's gonna, 2019 is gonna bring you. So there's some funny ones in there. This is another little brain dump for December. And you guys, is the audio, thank you so much. Is the audio bad for, I mean, like behind for everybody? I'm just curious for future, because there was some settings that I picked when I was setting this up. I just didn't know how it's, you know, going out to you guys. There's December. I showed you guys one of my new guest teachers in Journal U is Katja from Deluxe Journaling, and she does these awesome patterns. So I watched her video and started to make my own, and I did that on one of these spreads. It's kind of cool. Okay, good. Maybe it could be just the stream quality. So this is another one. This is so simple and just like OMG. That's okay. These are some of my favorite pens. I don't know if you guys have done pen tests in your spreads. Hint, hint. That will be a topic in Journal U. So doing your pen spread of your favorite pens. I have crazy amount of pens, but these are just some of my favorites. All right, and there's another little mind map. This was Kickstart 2 when I was planning all that. This was a fun campaign. I don't know if you guys just saw on Instagram. I got to work with Hotels Tonight, which is this awesome like app. They wanted me to track my trip to Austin. So my boyfriend's from there, and we had visited in December, and share some on their Instagram feed, which was so cool because they are awesome. It's a packing list and the schedule of what we're gonna do. We just spent a weekend there. And that, let's see. No, you're good, Wendy. I just want to make sure it's all good for next time. So this is another cool thing to put your little boarding pass in there if you don't know what to do with yours. It's kind of cool to I just use this little highlighter stickers from like the dollar store, I think. So these were kind of recommended things that I saw to do, and I added them to this before we actually went. And then here I got this sticker in one of the cute little shops downtown, and just put little highlights from each day right around it. And then here is a little timeline. I got the Sprocket printer. I'm super excited for Christmas. And so that's what that picture's from. So it was just from an iPhone picture. And I got like this fisheye lens for my camera, and we had taken a picture on the plane. So this is kind of my little representation timeline of what we did. And I didn't do this like nonstop every single day. I used my phone to check in, and so I kind of went back, and you can like look at your pictures and look at your check-ins and everything to get an idea of what was going on during whatever particular day. So I didn't journal the whole time I was in Austin, I swear. I had a little bit of time to do it. And then I did this when I got back. So like I said, I was doing, finally learned how to use the silhouette. Printed out some of the logos from some of the places that we went, and printed them out as stickers and put them in here as another little timeline. So it's kind of cool way to track your trip, and it's also really cool to come back and look at what you did and what you really liked and disliked. So this is another brain dump kind of thing. This was actually an idea for what I was going to do today, but I didn't end up doing that. And I think that's about it. I do see only 3 pages. That's a record left. I do have my color guide that I need to change up now that there's more colors. It's another pen test page that the Scribbles That Matter journals come with, and then my black pen tests. I also had another little Austin stickers that I had gotten. So I do have little envelopes in the very back that have some random little things that I use throughout the journal. And they do have a pocket here that holds other things. So it's extra pockets. So, let's see. All right, thank you guys so much for staying. We didn't quite make it to an hour. I do want to tell you just a tiny bit about the new phase 2 of Journal U. There's a few new things. It's the same price to get in, and once you get in, it is lifetime access forever, and there will be continuous videos and everything added. But the coolest thing about this release is the introduction for 5 new guest teachers. Like I said, Katja is doing the pattern design. She teaches you exactly how she does it, which is really awesome. Rachel from Planning Mindfully is doing goal setting. We have Ellie from Productive Style, who shows you how to do 4 different flowers. So 4 different seasonal flowers from start to finish, and she shows you how to color them and how to draw them and everything. And she actually is an author for planner books, so she knows her stuff, and it's awesome. Also, if you are ever interested in digital planning, we have Dina from Crafty Designs, and I'm looking at my board here. It's Jennifer from Life is Messy and Brilliant, and she is a digital planning expert. Like, she knows everything, and this shows you exactly how to get started on your iPad. It's awesome. And then there's Dina from Crafty Designs, who shows you the benefits of using a disc-bound journal, which is awesome. I know some of you already use it, but there's so many benefits of using it, and she goes into why she uses it and all the good things about it. So very cool. If anybody has any questions about Journal U52, just let me know. Thursday, you have until Thursday at midnight to submit this. You can either submit this one if you want to, or any yearly spread or birthday spread, and you'll be entered. Make sure to use that hashtag that's in the little bottom thing here, Journal U01. Next week, they're going to start shortening to JY02, JY03, etc. But right now, JY01 was taken for some reason, so we got Journal U01. What else? Also, in the phase 2, you automatically get the Journal U book, which has about 100 pages in there that shows you everything. There's lettering, there's digital productivity and doodling, all kind of stuff in here. And I'm super happy with how the actual book came out. So if you don't want to print everything out, you get the free book with it. And also, you get Journal U52 access. You get to look into the future, you get everything. You get all the hashtags and all the galleries that are already there. You get access to them. So it's pretty awesome. There's a few perks, and I am looking for sponsors for Journal U52 and also guest teachers for the next release of Journal U. So that'll be in a few months, so it's time to think about it, but I'm excited for what else is to come. So anyways, I think I've talked enough. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. As far as I know, the next lab session will be a week from right now, right here. So make sure you tune in, and make sure you check your email on Friday with the next prompt and the giveaway winner. So anyways, I am going to head out, and I will see you guys later. And my dog's sleeping, but he kind of like looked up just a second ago, just so he can say bye too. Can you say bye? Here you go. Oh. So he can say bye too. He's like, why did you wake me from my nap? Anyways, I am going to let you guys go, but I will see you later. Bye.